What up, Herd? Welcome to another episode of Cover Lovers, where we get to talk about this week's incentives as well as store exclusives. And with us here is none other than Trish Forstner. Trish, how you doing? And thank you for joining our show.
Doing all right. How you guys doing?
Doing good.
You know I love it here. You know I'll come here and talk trash every time you guys ask.
Well, you know what? We still love having you here despite us always talking trash about covers. And I definitely appreciate you for coming on the show today. We know that you had a deadline that's due tomorrow. So again, thank you for your time. Definitely appreciate it.
Of course. You know I love it.
And Jeff, how you doing, man? How are things? How was your weekend?
Let me just tell you, this is the worst birthday month of my life. But with today, at least I get a little reprieve from it. So been tough.
Well, Jeff, it's gonna be a great show today. And this is free, right? Trish is gonna be here, all right?
Yes,
so
thank
starting
goodness.
Starting out pretty well. What about you, Big Rob?
I am doing well. It's a beautiful Monday afternoon. Not too bad at work today, so happy to be here. Cover Lovers. I haven't seen the deck, so I don't know what's going to happen.
All right. Well, as always, it's going to be a surprise. But thank you for your contributions, Big Rob. I know that you put some of the covers you wanted to talk about in our chat. So most of them made it, so we're okay. I think I didn't have one of them, but we're there. And Mike and Dale are having some networking or computer issues. So just as FYI, you guys. So he'll be joining shortly. And as always, let's talk about our sponsors really quick. So shout out to Cover Price. Don't forget to use Nerdvana 14 for 30 days of unlimited cover price for only 99 cents. And Bird City Comics. Make sure to use TNH10 to get yourself 10% off of your purchases over at Bird City Comics. And again, they have not only store exclusives, but incentives, as well as some FOC books. So make sure to give them a check out. And then always to our team Nerd Herd Horsemen, Uncle Rudy, Something Wong, Deanna and Glenn 2K12. Thank you guys for everything that you do for the community. Definitely appreciate you guys. And then also make sure to give our DJ Eddie a follow on Insta at Beats by Monster. All right, let's dive into the chat real quick. GT Key, what is going on, man? Thank you for stopping by. Also, Ronnie, I love your comment here, so we're just going to highlight that real quick. Trish, this is for you.
Oh, man.
Yeah, sorry, we're not artists.
I have a very minor collection of Frozen stuff, too. I started collecting it because of the Nerdvana ladies. My collection is very basic in comparison. I think I have, some Grimm, some, just some of her newer stuff. Not as much the older stuff because it's too expensive.
You'll get there. You'll be one of us soon. All right.
One of us.
I'll have a museum.
That's right. And just quickly, also shout out to Sam I Am. Happy Monday, sir. And then Copy, what is going on? Thank you for stopping by as always. And we have, oh man.
You were real close, Mike. Real close.
Finally. Gosh.
Uh-oh.
How's it going?
Beat the buzzer.
look at Brooklyn said.
That's right. That's right.
I can't wait to tune in to the stuff I missed to hear what you said.
Nothing yet. We're
Nothing.
waiting.
We just
We're
started.
going down our list.
You know what she was
Ah.
waiting. I know. No. I know what she was waiting to do.
That
But I
evil
didn't.
laugh.
I didn't. But I didn't.
Oh no way, man! No.
Oh man! All right.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt the sponsors. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Okay.
no. We're all good. We're all good. And
Go to
then
the chat.
again, BK4 Life and Bruce, what is going on? And let us get started with the deck. So here we go. And our first one here for the incentives. Let me move myself down. Put Trish up there with Mike. All right, guys. Here we go. All right.
I love how you pretend like I'm still a guest.
Well, you well, what can I say? What can I say?
It was very, very sweet of you, but
I can't help it, Mike. I can't help
Special
it, Mike.
guest Mike and Theo.
yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Hello,
All right,
baby,
you-
fantastic.
All right, you ready, Jeff?
Yep.
Perfect. All right, here we go. Our first group of incentives is Godzilla War for Humanity #2. We have a 1 in 10 by Hazen Becker and a 1 in 25 by Nick Pitara. Trish, of the two, which one would you choose and why?
I love the colors on the Becker. Just that neon green monster. He's just so cool. I would buy that one. I mean, it's cheap enough too. Like, I don't know anything about these books, Godzilla books, or if they're any good. But just if I'm going based on this artwork, I like that Becker better. It's just brighter.
All
I like
right.
the dynamic posing on the Pitara, but the colors and the construction on the Becker, just my jam.
Right on. Mike?
Yeah, the Becker's fun. I like it too for a lot of the same reasons. I mean, I do like the colors. Obviously, that's the main draw to it. I kind of wish the background weren't that yellow color, though. I think it washes the green out a little bit, but that's fine. But it's cool. I don't love either cover, to be perfectly fair, but the detail in the Pitara is cool, as is the sort of action that's going on. But yeah, overall effect goes to Becker if I have to choose.
All right. Big Rob?
I was actually on the border about saying this cover. I didn't say it like he's not gonna want to. And you put it on here, so I'm kind of shocked, to be honest. Yeah, the Becker colors are fun, but the Pitara on a high res picture with actually blown up a little bit. The line work on the characters is fucking really badass. I love the detail that he put into every little frame of the art, especially like the giant blob. Whatever, I don't know. I never seen this monster before in my life. The detail you put into that, like just the little line work, and just tons and tons and tons of line work is brilliant. I think that's the one I would go with. I love the touch of the pigeons coming at you. They're very just random, but it makes sense to have those pigeons coming at you because you're destroying the damn city. So
They're just trying to get the hell out of there.
yeah, but I literally see every scale in Godzilla's skin. He drew literally every scale. So I think that's brilliant. But the other one's great. The colors are great, but I would go with the Pitara or Nick Pitara. 125.
Nick Pitara? All right. Sounds good. And Jeff?
Ooh, I'm torn. Kind of like Mike. I wouldn't get either, but the 1 in 10, the Becker gives me Mondo vibes, and then
Yeah.
and the Pitara, there's absolutely nothing wrong with the art. The art's great. Big Rob pointed out all the details, so
Copy. Why are you pooping on books?
if I'm this 50-50 on it, I will probably go with the cheaper one, the 1 in 10.
All right. Sounds good. All right. Thank you, guys. All right. Moving on to the next one here. We have Maleficent #5. We have a 1 in 15 by Erica De Urso and a 1 in 20 by Rebecca Puebla. Trish, of the two, which would be your choice?
Definitely the Dorso. I do not like this negative reverse kind of thing they're doing over here on the Puebla, because I believe that Puebla was already a color cover at some point.
Oh, that's sucky.
Yes. I believe that one was already a cover at some point. I mean, they're both on a profile. I think that the Durso is a more dynamic profile, and I definitely like the composition more.
Okay. Mike?
And she's just
Yeah,
chilling with them.
I'm in exactly the same place. I don't like black and white covers in general for the most part, unless there's like no other way to get the art, and I love the art. But I do just sort of love the attitude on the Durso, and the layout is cool. Although I don't know that I need it to be a virgin. It looks fine with trade dress. There's plenty of room up there for it, so I see no reason to pay for. Although I mean, it's not like these are really going for a premium. You probably could get the 1 in 15 for $8 and the 1 in 20 for 12. But I mean, still. So if you really love them. But so I haven't written Cover Fire yet, which is weird that I hadn't at this point. So I'm wondering if there are other covers that are better than these two this week. Is there a Sue Lee? I'm assuming there is. And what's the Maria something or other who does great covers for these? There's probably just as good, if not better, covers than these as non-incentives. So that's just a guess, though, based on previous issues.
Right.
Or you could go get the Trish Forstner exclusive.
Oh, unfortunately, I haven't done
for number
Maleficent other than that one shop.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh.
I'm talking about that one.
Oh yeah,
go
get that one for sure.
Go get that. But I do like the layout of the Durso, and I just prefer color in general.
J. Scott Campbell did a dragon version.
Oh yeah, he's been doing those. It's like cover C or some stupid shit like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So why they need 25 covers? Although this is how I get my job with them, so I can't. I'm not gonna knock it.
All right, Rob, what do you got?
This would be probably considered better art from the traditional folks, just because compared to the Godzilla. But the Godzilla is funner. This is, to me, boring. This is the 120th cover of Maleficent. It feels like it might be 1,000 by now.
Was she standing on a profile like that? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just fucking boring.
More than 120.
Yeah. It's fucking boring. The one on the right, I grade. It's negative. I don't. Who cares? The one, and I guess I'll go with the Dorso just because I like the way she drew the damn crow. The crow's cool.
Fair.
Although I would skip both, but whatever.
Okay. All right, moving on to the next one here. We have Betty Page 4, a 1 in 10 by Joseph Michael Lisner, and a 1 in 15 by Rebecca Puebla. Trish?
So here's a black and white that's actually like really good. I do love the contrast on it. I love how both of them, drew this character. You gotta love a Linsner. He always does such great work, especially the female characters. Although, there's a little anatomy issue with her boobs.
Pointy boobies. He does it all the time. That's his thing.
Yeah, that's like his jam. But yeah, I think I would go with the Puebla on that, just because I think that looks classy.
Okay.
I mean, is she in water though? Like, that's weird.
It's a waterfall. Jesus. Right?
She should be wearing a bathing suit then. Like, what the hell's going on? Why is she wearing an evening gown?
Because it's like Lauren Bacall in like a classic black and white scene.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. That's the vibe I'm getting.
All right, Mike.
No, don't make me choose. I'm not choosing. I'm buying both.
You got to choose between the pretty ladies.
You have to.
I
am. I'm choosing both.
You're choosing not to choose, or you're choosing them both?
That's terrible.
I prefer. So
Hyper.
I love Linsner's work. I really do. And when he really knocks them out, they're classic, have to keep in the PC forever kind of books. I don't know that I feel this is one of those. It's not bad. There's nothing wrong with it. But it doesn't do something iconic or classic that he hasn't done before. This is a pose he's used 1,000 times. Whereas the Puebla feels fresh and new and exciting. Again, I'm assuming there's a color version of this.
There is not.
There's not?
There is not.
Wow, that's surprising.
She just did a black and white, just like.
Wow. Is there like a sepia one?
Let me check. Go ahead and discuss.
That's a Dynamite Jam thing to do, and that would work for this as well. I love it, and I actually think it deserves the virgin treatment in this particular case. I think this composition is worthy of seeing the whole image.
And sadly, there is not, Mike.
Wow, that surprises me.
Yeah.
There will be.
I'm sure
they'll make it cover ZG or whatever.
There you go.
But I do like them both. I mean, if I were able to just snag them both off the rack for cover price, I would just buy them both and bring them home. I love them both. Linsner is one of those guys that I've met a bunch of times. He's so nice. He's such a talented artist. He's done some OA for me, and I'm a sucker for his stuff. I buy it all the time. But if I have to choose, if I could only take one to a deserted island, it would be the Puebla.
Okay. All right, Jeff.
Yeah, I mean, nothing's wrong with either art. I like them both, but the Puebla gives me that romance novel vibe. Like it could be on the cover.
Which is why I'm surprised there's no color version.
But there's not.
Yeah, I dig it. So Puebla wins for me.
Okay. All right. Moving on to the next one here. We have Vampirella Dracula Rage number 2. We have 1 in 15 by Selena and a 1 in 20 by Lucio Perillo. Trish?
Oh man, this is gonna be Sophie's choice for Mike, isn't it?
It is.
Again. I don't know who this dude is looking at us this way on the Selena, but maybe a victim. Good for her. But I definitely like that it's something different than just her being pissed off with like a handful of blood. So like, I think I'd probably go with the Selena because everybody, loves the Perillo, and he always does such great work. And I like the color version better than the red.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And I like the color version better than the black and white on the Selena too.
Yep.
Because you can't mess with that light. Oh, it's black and white BS.
All right, Mike.
Yeah, sometimes black and white works. Like on the previous cover, that was fine. It enhanced the motif that Pueblo was going for. In this case, both these treatments wash these pieces of art out. They both need to be the color versions, so I think the regular covers are better. These are both stunning covers, but of course by two masters, two, as Trish would say, magicians, sorcerers, wizards, whatever word you want to use this week. And they really are, and I think it comes out on these. Perillo's been strange lately. Like his hits have been hits, and his misses have been misses. So it's funny. I think he might be overworking himself just a little bit, but he's clearly focused on some covers over others. And I think he's definitely focused on this one. This is a really, really, really solid one from him. Again, this is a buy both for me. Sophie's choice. That's a perfect way to put it. Again, these are two of my favorite artists drawing nearly naked women. It's really hard to not buy both of these two covers. But again, if I have to choose, I think the guy in the background is the one detractor for me on the Selena. It's just a little strange.
Yeah, I don't know who he is.
Although I like that she's doing more than with a blank background, so that's pretty cool. But I mean, the Perillo has great depth and environment, and so I think the Perillo just ekes out the Selena in this case. If I had to.
Okay, well, you know what, Mike? We're gonna tell Selena that you decided to pick a Perillo. Okay.
She would not be upset with that.
She might be. She's gonna be like,
she's
gonna unfollow you, Mike.
We have talked about Perillo many times, and Carla Cohen and other artists. So.
All right, what's going on, Big Rob? What are your thoughts?
I'll let Jeff take this one. This is boring to me personally, but
that was awesome, Big Rob.
Wow. Okay, Jeff.
All right, my quick thoughts is, if I was choosing on colors, I pick Perillo. The A and B covers or whatever covers they are, and But if I have to choose between the red and the black and white, I choose the Selena black and white. I dig the realistic look. I love Perillo's fantastical, take. I'd rather have it without the red hue on it. So that bothers me because it just washes so much of the details.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be my choice.
Okay. All right, moving on to the next one here. We have Sonic the Hedgehog Amy's 30th anniversary special number 1 in 10 by Jennifer Hernandez. Trish?
Jennifer! Finally! She's been drawing Sonic art for so long. Shout out Jennifer. I'm friends with her on Twitter. But yeah, she has been drawing Sonic stuff for ages. I think I got a piece from her around here somewhere, on my hard drive. But yeah, I love it. I mean, it's cute. It does what it's supposed to. This is like old Amy, right? This isn't like the newer style of her. So I assume this is like, like some sort of tribute to how the old style used to be, because her style of art is way different than this now.
Interesting. Okay. Oh, there goes Big Rob.
Hi, Rob.
Oh, he said he'll be back.
He'll be back. All right, Mike, what are your thoughts?
It's cute, and it gives me the vibes of the game, which is what it's supposed to do, and of those old Archie comics, which is exactly what this should be. This 30th anniversary sort of line. I think it's a few issues deep. I'm not really sure what their choices are, how they're doing it, or what. I'm not cracking any of these open, so I don't really know what the stories are like. But I love that it has the vibe of those old Archie covers. And I don't really know Jennifer's work real well. Trish, you'll have to educate me after we're done with the show, because this isn't stuff I normally buy. But it's cool. It's cute. It's colorful. It's animation, art, which I love. So it works really well. Great depth too, which is often missing in these kinds of things. I like that there's some environment that goes back a few layers, which is kind of rare. So that's cool. And she seems like she got all the perspectives right on the blanket and everything, which is also often wrong on these kinds of covers. So very, very good cover. Again, it would be a pass for me, this particular case, but I like it.
All right, thanks, Mike. And Jeff, you're up.
Yeah, awesome. Just she nails it. It looks like animation. It's cute. It's adorable. This would attract any kid to this book. So yeah, and I think that's the point, right? So she nailed it.
Cool. All right, thank you. All right, how about this one? We're going to start off with Mike on this one.
What the fuck?
My Little Pony 17, a 1 in 10 by Justa Suda. Mike.
I did the A cover on this, I think. Or was it this one? Hang on. Anyway. Continue.
Okay,
Continue,
so
Mike.
I'm about it.
Mike, come on.
I'm going to be a good boy about it and talk about it.
No.
No, I'm not going to be nice, but I'm just going to be. There's a difference. I don't care what the subject matter is in this particular case. I don't like the cover at all. I actually think it's kind of horrible. When I think about what these characters are supposed to look like, this doesn't ring true for me. Again, I think it's almost become a I don't know what the word is, but like it's obvious that I know nothing really care to, but I do know what My Little Pony is supposed to look like, and these don't look like it. So I think this is a fail in this particular case. It's also muddled and the colors all kind of blend too much with each other. There's not enough contrast. The details are like in the wrong place. There's like pig faces on these things instead of pony faces. It's a fucking mess. I don't really think it's a good cover at all, regardless of what the subject matter is. There are plenty of good pony covers. There really are. And this isn't one of them.
I think Justa actually did, or Justa, she did, or they did, one of the like first appearance ones of that little purple pony with the like spots on it. and that one like went crazy. But this one, like she does, or they do the RI covers most likely all the time now. That was my wheelhouse. Now I'm doing like cover A's and B's periodically. I didn't do this one. I did number 20 actually. But it's the A cover. It's already been revealed too. You can go look for it if you want. I know Mike will be searching pony covers later.
I will only look just because.
No, but I this style of My Little Pony, just as a you know, from drawing them, I don't like this style of pony. Personally, I think they look like pigs. But
Yeah, my little piggy.
my little flying pig.
My little piggy.
Yeah. But yeah, it's not my favorite. I mean, I know what this story is about, and this cover covers it, but like,
it's like pigs cosplaying as ponies. Is that
yeah, well, I mean, it's supposed to be like a Freaky Friday where these two were like swap personalities, but I don't get that from this cover. You know what I mean? Because his cover is on the screen.
wah, wah, wah. I don't know.
On cue.
Did you too, girl? I bet you did. No. Can't stand your own brand, huh?
I also like this artist's style generally, but I wish she would use more outlines from time to time.
I do love this style. I mean, I like I've seen other work that I didn't know it was this artist, but this is a cool aesthetic. It can be if it's done well, but this one doesn't work.
Well, that white pony gets washed out by all that yellow.
Exactly.
If this were flipped, it would probably look a little bit better. But.
Yeah, then the wings would get washed out, right? That's
yeah.
All right,
Yeah. As bad as they're talking about how the ponies are kind of drawn with the pig faces, I really hate the background. It looks like 60s, 70s, or like 70s, 80s, early 80s, like wallpaper. It's horrific.
Yeah, it does.
And exactly like you said, it does wash out the pony on the left. So yeah, it's just that's not good.
I mean, I do know their names. I'm not gonna say them. I do know their names.
You're allowed to know their names. You draw these characters. That's okay.
Mike also knows their names. He's just not saying anything. He's a brony. Look at his face. He's like,
get me out of here.
All right.
Deal's gonna start saying off the names in the background.
To kind of cleanse Mike's palate. So this looks
I
like
will.
Mike's palate.
Fuck, that's awesome. I haven't seen that yet.
Alice Never
What
After
is
number
this?
3, 1 in 25 by one of Mike's favorite artists ever. Trish, we'll start off with you.
Well, while he's freaking out,
I know. No, he's frozen.
He was frozen. Now he's just.
No, I wasn't frozen. I was just in one stance.
That should have been our thumbnail.
Mind blown.
Oh, look at that! Awesome.
But I like
radio.
this. I like this cover. I love what it's doing. I love how eerie it looks while at the same time being nice and bright. I like the contrast in it, and that cat is freaky for sure.
Nice. All right, Jeff. Before we get to Mike.
Oh gosh, I mean,
he's got a mullet neck.
This is why
cover.
we praise Sienkiewicz, because it's just he has different facets of his artistry, and this is so different from what you would see on a Moon Knight cover or anything like that. Like, this is awesome freaking art. I didn't know it was this good. This is really good. I like it. Just like Trish said, the cat is freaky. There's so much detail that like it'll take me a lot longer to speak to look it all over and enjoy it than it is to speak about it. So as I look at it more and more, all the details are popping out and I can see a lot more. So I'm really enjoying it. I'll let Mike have his tit tat with this.
I don't know. He kind of looks speechless, but just really quickly, to answer your question, Hyper, Based
trade
on
dress
League of
isn't
Geek,
bad.
this is a virgin, so
Oh.
there is no trade dress on it. All right, go ahead, Mike. Oh, you're on mute.
Oh, you muted.
You muted yourself.
He
Oh,
muted
well,
himself because he's screaming so much.
This
I know
is
he was.
this
He's like,
is-
oh my god!
This is absolutely like I thought a different cover was going to be my cover of the week, but it isn't. This is.
Wow.
And I think
All
you
the
probably all know
detail
which
is
one I'm
freaking
talking
crazy.
about. Wow, this is. I already love Sienkiewicz, and what I really love about this cover is he harnessed some of his inner Tenniel, which, if you've seen the original illustrations for Alice in Wonderland, the real original ones, it has this vibe to it. There's this this almost like creepy quality to the stuff. It's more almost adult than kid art. It's really very unique. And Sienkiewicz doesn't normally like work in this kind of detail. His detail's always a little bit more manic than this, not quite so tight. And so as a result of seeing this very tight line work and this is breathtaking to me. This is exactly why I love this guy. His ability to be a chameleon for a particular book and change his style just a little bit. This is clearly him. You could tell right away, but yet there's enough of the influence of the original Alice illustrations in this piece. This blows me away. I have to have this. I have to get myself a copy of this cover. This is incredible.
All right, thanks a lot, Awesome Sauce. All right.
You know that cat gives me what's that Japanese animation? That guy.
Totoro?
Yeah, it's like that. That
Cat
whoever
bust.
Miyazaki or whatever his name is. Yeah,
Mm.
like it's that kind of art. Love it.
God, I love this. This is so
The
good.
cat is wild looking. It's giving me like Tim Burton feels.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I like how
All right.
Some of that in there
purposely he
too,
drew it
yeah.
different. Yeah.
And I mean, Alice Never After, number 3. I mean, this might be a ghost, so you better get on this one.
Agreed.
Yep. All right, here we go. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 112, 1 in 25 by Audrey Moak. Trish, what are your thoughts on this one?
Ugh.
Love that.
I mean, like, okay, I get it. I don't know. I've seen so many Power Ranger covers, you know. It's just like I guess, is it supposed to be like a design cover? Is it supposed to be pop art? What is this style? Like, killing me. That's what it is. Who is this character too? I don't know. If I didn't recognize the Green Ranger straight off, I'd be like, what the hell is this even from? But, you know.
Yep. All right, Jeff.
She pretty much said it all, but this just looks like a bad poster, like a bad Mondo poster to me. So yeah, I wouldn't even bother.
Okay. I see Mike might be buying that Sienkiewicz right now on
I'm
eBay.
looking for it like
Yeah,
Yeah,
crazy.
see?
He's over there like, oh, I was trying to save money this time. God dang it. Yeah.
No, you know what? This is where you say I work too hard to not own that cover.
Fair.
All right, what
Okay,
about
so
this one?
now what are your thoughts on this thing?
Yeah,
Same-
come
the,
on.
the same the same as all of yours. I think it's a fail. I think it's a failed attempt at a Mondo poster.
Oh, I'm sorry, Audrey.
Yeah, it's not
Sorry.
no one particular element is bad. It's the
No.
combination of
Yes.
elements that
It just
those-
looks like 3 separate images. Like they should
Snap.
have been 3 separate things.
Yes,
and-
I agree. I don't know the characters' names, but whoever the sorceress is in the back, if the cover were just her, I actually would have really liked this cover. I
Mhm.
think, but I know you got to have a Ranger helmet on there somewhere to sell book, whatever, blah. But yeah, I think it's just the layout is not well crafted.
Okay.
So.
So Mike, I'll let you get back to looking for
Cowering.
No. I can hold off. I'm sure I'll find one.
that.
No, you won't.
So thank you, Sam. So yes, there is a 1 in 25 that is a virgin, but there's also the trade dress as well. So thank you for pointing that out.
And the
making sure
truth is
we're
on it doesn't
all
look
of it.
horrible, I don't think.
It doesn't. Let me bring it up since I know we're all talking about it real quick. So this is it right here with the trade dress, and it's off to the side, so it doesn't really ruin the art.
It is in the empty space. I was hoping they would put it.
Yeah, so it doesn't really ruin the art.
Almost looks like she's looking at it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, with her. Yeah, I can see that.
I mean, it's not a great trade dress, but at least they put it in the right spot.
Yep. All right. Moving on to the next one here. This one here, Big Rob had kind of put in our chat. It stars The Mandalorian Season 2, number 4, 1 in 25 by Ryan Brown. We'll start with you, Jeff.
Oh. Is it me or the perspective is just a little off on him? It just
his chest and shoulders are too big, and
compared to the rest of that's definitely it just feels that. And then I don't care for the background. I guess I can't really tell if that's smoke or if that's clouds or so yeah, this is not for me. I usually like Ryan Brown's artwork. I mean, detail wise, it's okay too. Looks fine, but just the perspective messes it up, and I don't like the background. It's too plain. The trade dress actually probably should have been on the top then at this point.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, why is it on the freaking bottom? And it's covering his signature, and his signature looks really stupid now. Like, it really screws up the whole piece. Like, put the trade dress on the top. Put him slightly over the trade dress so he kind of looks a little three-dimensional, and then it might have looked a little bit better. You might have been able to forgive that, like, that width on the chest and the shoulders just a little bit more. But he does look kind of dwarfed. Like, the perspective's a little wonky, so it looks like he might be about 5 feet tall with that.
Well, it's
standing
just
straight up.
The color on the bottom, that's the perspective, the depth that you're supposed to see, because the smoke in the background, I can see the depth. So they're covering all the depth there.
That signature being behind the trade dress like that, though, pisses me off so bad. Like, pass on this whole cover. Pass on this whole series because of that.
All right. Mike, did you have enough time to find that Alice?
I have found them. I don't like the prices of them.
Boo!
They're double, aren't they?
They're double, yeah.
Dang.
I figure.
Yep. All right, so you can pour all your outrage into this cover. So come on, let's hear it.
Yeah, I will. I mean, I agree right away with Jeff's comments off, which is really bugging me about the whole cover. And I think at this point, with any Mandalorian, whether it's the Mandalorian or Boba Fett or Sabine or whatever. By the way, when are we going to get an F and Sabine cover that's worth talking about? Please, for God's sake. How has she not been on anything? But anyway, I think you need to do something new and fresh somehow. And this doesn't really do that for me. I like
any Mandalorian, he's either got to be standing stoically in the desert, flying in the air like this, or like with the
hugging Grogu.
Yeah, that's it. You got 3 options. That's all you get.
That's all you get.
And the backgrounds are your choices are desert with clouds, murky clouds, and a volcano or whatever the hell's going on here. And
that's his jetpack. That's his jetpack. He's flying.
And a blurry cityscape. That's it. That's all you get.
Yep.
Yeah, I just think this does nothing to move me. I like Ryan Brown's work a lot. He's very talented, but this one just is kind of...
Whoever arranged this, though. Oh,
terrible.
Yeah.
Dishonor on them, their cow, their whole neighborhood.
Why did they not crop this differently? If they were going to put it there, why did they not move his whole image up? That doesn't make any damn sense to me.
Well, he probably did the image is 11 by 17, like most artists. They work at that size. So he probably did it thinking they were going to put the trade dress at the top. That's why I always ask. Like, when somebody asks me to do a cover, I'm like, where are you putting the trade dress? So I know where to put my space. Because, I got to know.
Makes perfect sense.
No one's half the battle, Trish.
That's right.
Exactly. The more you know.
Yeah, this is a meh to me. This is a pass. This certainly doesn't do it for me at a 1 in 25. B cover, I might snag it, but yeah.
I do appreciate like appropriately rendered metal, though. Frank.
Yeah. Especially the Beskar, if you've watched the show, it's not shiny really in certain light, so he does a good job of that. That's for sure. Yeah, I mean, there's talent there clearly. Oh, that's cool.
I love that.
Here we go. Dark Spaces, the Hollywood special number 2, 1 in 50. Kind of cleanse your palate by Veronica Fish. Trish,
give me vintage travel posters all day long. I freaking love this stuff. I remember back last time I went to Disney World, they had a whole like Epcot series that was just like this, and I freaking love this aesthetic. We did an aesthetic like this for BronyCon too. It really is cool. I'll bring it back, BronyCon. But anyway, I love this. This doesn't tell me anything about this book, but it does. Like, look at the scary shit going on in the foreground. I freaking love that. In that like kind of vintage, like looks like it should be screen printed, like 3 or 4 color style. I love that. It's so great. Look at the depth on it. Just created with a few simple colors. You can be so good.
Yep, this is definitely Big Rob approved for sure. Mike?
Yeah, I love it too. I mean, I'm a sucker for this whole aesthetic in the first place. This is really cool. Great depth, great perspective. There's the layout, I think, is what I'm most impressed with. There's this whole funneling down of light that seemingly coming then out of the front of the train. It's like a nice flow of light through the cover. And then, of course, it goes all the way back into the passengers and everything. And then just all the lines work really well. This is, I 1 in 50 though. Fuck, who the hell's gonna find that? Man, this will be a ghost and it'll be expensive, but it is really, really cool. This is a really, really well done piece.
Sometimes I really think they should hire graphic designers to do covers for books, especially when it's something weird like this or something strange, so that you can get like a unique perspective without like, just imagine this as like, I don't know, if you would, this is good graphic design. At least it's not in Comic Sans. Like, at least the font's like not goofy.
Comic Sans. Wingdings.
Yeah, it's not on like Wingdings and
all you OG Windows users.
Yeah. Or it's not like constructed in Paint. Although it could have been. I don't know. I just think that, graphic designers versus artists, they're two different types of artists, so they could offer a different perspective and actually sell your book to a different audience.
This is true.
Yep.
All right, Jeff, you're up.
They all said it all. I you guys know I'm a sucker for this vintage kind of aesthetic. I like the layout too, because where you put style, comfort, and safety, and then you see above safety there's this creature taking out this deer. Like,
poor deer.
That's and it's awesome. So like it gives me that old 60s vibe for sure. That 70s vibe as well. Yeah, so it's awesome.
I wish I could see what was going on in the windows of the train. I keep looking at it, like it looks.
You can see them like looking out, though, right?
Yeah, you see the passengers looking out.
They're looking out.
They're probably like, "Holy F!"
Okay, so is it just me or the third passenger look like a Reaper?
They all look like they're holding crosses. Like one guy looks like he's holding a cross, but I can't tell if that's a window or not.
It looks like the sickle is right behind him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of cool. I like that detail. Oh, it gets even better. See, the closer you look, the more you look at the details, it gets better and better. So this is going to be on Long Story Short for sure. As a ghost book one day, for sure.
Yep. All right. Moving on
Probably
to
already is.
Buy it while you can.
Yep.
Boy.
Power Rule number 1 in 100. Yep. By Warren Lowe. Trish?
I like the not zoomed in version better. The one in, I guess, whatever you got over here, the trade dress version.
Yeah, this is the 1 in 100, and this is the trade dress, or the regular, like, cover A.
I like the not zoomed in version, the cover A. Because, I mean, of course, this is just... How many Power Girls do you need, though? Like, she's not doing anything. She's just kind of there. And I like the other one. At least there's some composition involved, with the clouds and the sky and everything. But, like, this is just, I wouldn't pay 1 in 100 for that.
Okay.
Sorry, Power Girl. I like her hair, though.
All right. What are your thoughts, Mike? Would you pay a 1 in 100 for this?
Absolutely not. No, I'm with Trish. I much prefer the full one with the clouds and everything. Although I'm just sick of this whole Power Girl floating in the sky thing. For God's sake, guys, she's got to be able to do something cool that isn't
She
just.
did something cool last week, but like,
Yeah,
the
but
composition really wasn't that good.
Oh, I know. It's too bad and Lau has grown leaps and bounds. I mean, I still look back at that Wonder Woman black, white, and gold or whatever that is. That thing is just a gorgeous, gorgeous cover. But I don't know. This one just feels digital.
Although I feel like we've seen this before, because if I'm looking at this, the A cover, right? We commented that her ankles look super thick and her feet look weird.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this one came out first, or was by DC. On Warren Lowe's store, there's a version of her wearing a cape, but it's exactly the same pose.
Oh, that's right. I remember
and
that.
It was
one
a store exclusive.
Okay.
Yeah.
At least I'm not going crazy. I thought we saw this one before and commented that her ankles look super thick.
Yep.
Kinkles.
It just looks like all of these covers. They're all the same, and it's just become noise now. They're just not interesting anymore.
So we get
There's
Power
nothing
Girl
bad
without
about it.
capes, Power Girl in the sky, Power Girl not doing anything important. I mean,
Yeah. Look, everybody, boobies. Yay.
I mean, you just
Which is fine, because I get that that's part of her character design, but for God's sake, I don't know. Do something new with her.
And again, just to make sure that this is the one that was exclusive to his.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Again.
Cankles.
Yep.
Okay.
Which is actually a better composition because the cape, the flow off the page actually looks cooler. But again, just like enough is enough with the same thing.
So quickly,
and the cover looks too digital to me.
Before we get to Jeff, Mike, I just wanted to let you know that even though Deo could not stand his brand, Power Girl here seems to like it.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, right? Look at that. She's like,
she's into it.
Like roses.
That's right. All right, Jeff.
Okay. I just want to say it's the biggest irony to have one of the most powerful women in DC heroes do nothing but sit there and look pretty on a cover. So that's an irony. Like, I'm not trying to be woke or anything. I'm just saying it is every week, nonstop, the same kind of pose, the useless pose, the inaction pose. Like, it's just, I'm over it. And Lau is a good artist. It's just I'm gonna pass. It's not worth 1 in 100.
Nope.
I also think it is super cheap of certain publishers to do 3 or 4 versions of the same cover, like zoomed in or with a cape or a color hit. It's just super boring and kind of lazy.
Evening background. Yeah.
Oh yeah, next time she's gonna be at night.
That's right. That's right, baby.
She'll be wearing an evening gown instead.
Yep.
We're in a waterfall.
Rob, welcome back. Any comments on this?
Yeah, it's fucking trash.
Yay!
Attaboy.
That was awesome.
Big Rob hopping on the hate train.
As Stanley would say, enough said.
Yep. All right. I think you guys will love this one here.
Oh my God, yeah.
Star Wars Dr. Afra, number 36, 1 in 100 by EM Gist. You can get the one with the trade dress, and it's, I think, a cover B or cover C, so you don't have to get the 1 in 100. But here we go. Trish, take it away.
Is the owl significant?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then I love it. I mean, Ahsoka's Ahsoka. We love her. Put her on everything. I don't care. I love the colors. I like the lighting. The owl is cool. I love it. It looks like it should be like the cover of a fantasy novel or like a, like a book series for them rather than. I mean, it is a book. It's a comic book, duh. But like, you know what I mean, like an actual book with no pictures, just the cover of a book with no pictures in it, with just paragraphs.
So, Ronnie, it's a good question. This book has been a $200 book since the day they solicited it. So it's not.
Yep.
This is not. It's not like you missed out. Like it was never cheap.
What book? This one?
book.
Mhm.
Yeah, as soon as this was solicited, people were already pre-selling it for $150, $200. There's never been a cheap. We looked right away, and
Damn.
so we all hopped on that whatever that exclusive was, the black
Trinity
and white.
Comics.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Trinity
Comics.
Comics exclusive because it was the only way we could get it at a reasonable price. So
Does the A cover look more saturated?
it does,
Like the
but
color looks more saturated.
I
It
don't
is
know.
a big.
I wonder if it's like that in real life or not. But
Yeah,
I hope it
this
is.
looks
I
good.
like how saturated it looks. I think
sorry, I didn't mean to jump turns. I don't know if
Oh
it's
no,
mine.
I'm sorry. I was just
Just
asking
go
a
for
question.
it.
I mean, this was originally my cover of the week, obviously, but I mean, that Alice cover is disgusting too. Between the two,
Ironically or unironically, same color scheme.
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I'm already a sucker for everything Ahsoka. Anyway, I love that the Morai or however you say it is on the cover. That's what the owls are called.
Ah,
Moray, yeah.
The sunlight coming through this is a brilliant cover. Gist. I'm so sorry. EM. We've spoken, and I can't remember how you say your name. I feel so bad, but I mean, this is one of his best covers ever. This is probably Star Wars cover of the year. This is everyone's going to be hunting for this for a very long time. Obviously, the show is hot. The character is hot. This cover's hot. This cover's amazing. I'm going to have to be satisfied with the black and white version and buy a color trade dress one. But man, would I love to have all three of them. This is just a stunning, stunning cover that does the character justice. It's laid out great. The light is fantastic. Deo loves it.
Yeah, but I wish
and I love the shadow that the bird is casting on her.
I
too.
have what
Yep.
Daddy has because I have a comic book like has his because he has the same one as this.
You want one of those?
Yeah, because I really want one of those.
I'll buy you one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, look at
Yes. Good job, Dale.
Yes.
All right, Big Rob. Maybe Mike will buy you one too.
I'm going to buy him the trade dress one.
Buy the same one.
Yeah, you're going to get that cover right there, the one I'm pointing to.
You can buy me the 1-100.
I'm getting that comic book.
Yeah, I tried to get my shop to get this, but they didn't want to. So I'm not.
They don't
getting
want 100 covers of
Dr. Afra.
Dr. Afra, number
No.
36.
No, it's even if they buy like 50 of the Clone Wars one, it's still gonna be tough to get rid of the other 50. So, what else can we say? I'm like, it's brilliant cover. It's beautiful. You know, it's one of the best artists out there. The way you do everything, the coloring, the line work, it's perfect. It's a great cover. I want it.
All right, Jeff.
Yeah, I just agree. Obviously, I got the black and white version from Trinity Comics. I would love to have the 1-in-100, but the A cover is going to do just fine for me. But I just like detail wise, I just love the way the lights, the ray of lights are coming through the clouds. I just like the shadowing. It's perfect. He's nailed it, and just the Morai looks awesome. Yeah, I can't even say anything bad about this cover at all. It's a great cover.
Just
All
the
right.
colors are so rich on that, like one with the trade dress on it.
Right?
It almost makes the Virgin one look a little bit pale in comparison, but I still love the composition of it. It's still pretty.
And it could be just the image that I got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so
Mm-hmm.
hopefully it's like this because I like how bright and how like orangey it looks. I don't like the color. I don't like it too muted.
It's like someone put that one on the left in a light box, so it's
Yeah.
too muted. Yeah.
All right. And that does it for our incentives for this week. All right, guys, thank you so much. Look at that, we survived.
Wow.
You didn't see any crazy Batman or like Harley
Thank
Quinn.
goodness.
Thank goodness.
Thank
For
goodness.
Joker.
Well, you know there might be a Harley Quinn.
Oh no!
Oh no.
You jinxed us. No, Trish. No.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. She looks like one of those action figure things, but she's too young.
She
This
looks
is a
like
child.
she's 12.
This
maybe
is a child.
10.
Who's
all right, so
cosplaying.
before you guys say anything here, her face reminds me of
Grabbing my neck, man.
Yeah,
this girl.
she's an anime. She's one of those.
that?
She's an
That's-
Instagram like influencer or
That's
something
a
like that.
TikTok trend.
Of
when
course
those,
she is.
That's a TikTok thing.
Yeah, and
Those
that's
girls
her
are like
face.
avatars or whatever they are, and they just do this, and then they make dumb faces.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
That's
this
her.
is her.
Yep.
Is
For
that a real
sure.
person?
Yes.
She's a real person. Whoops, sorry.
Oh,
I didn't want to
Whoa.
spoil that one.
do we see the
Damn.
other one?
But you did.
No.
But
All right,
you
so what do you
did.
guys think? It's Batman: The Adventures. This is the 30th anniversary cover. You can find it at KRS, Mutant Beaver, Eastside Comics, Comic Mint, LE 1000 for the trade, 500 for the Virgin at $75 by Will Jack. Trish, are you buying?
Hard pass. No, she's 12 years old. She's modeled after some Instagram lady, and in the face, and she's doing that weird thing where the girl, like the lip, the face is kind of off the side in a weird way, and I don't like that smirky face. And obviously she's too digital and all that.
Okay. And Mike looks like he's crying, so let's just give him a moment.
Mike doesn't want to look at the 12-year-old.
I think he pulled his hair out.
It's just awful.
Please don't hold back.
Oh, but also $75 damn dollars.
$75,
Right?
Yep.
What in the world? Man?
Big Rob?
I understand.
Big Rob's buying, right?
No, I'm not buying this. That's way
He
too
said
expensive.
hard pass too.
That's too expensive. I'll say this. I understand that she looks very young, but if you go on IG right now, there's 1,000 girls that look just like this girl.
That's because
And
they got that issue.
And yes, they do look like teenage to 20-something years old. Yes, I get it.
yeah, there's a lot of girls that just look like this girl. So you don't have to pay $75. You can just go to IG, get it for free. There's a lot of girls that cosplay as Harley Quinn.
Oh, you caught me off guard.
At the art itself, it's fine art. I'm like, it's Will Jack. He's actually a good artist. I believe his coloring, everything's fine. I don't think it's complete trash. It's old, it's boring, and it's way overpriced. I'm all way over it.
Okay. And Jeff?
Where's the other 2,500 books?
Yep.
And
Hopefully in an incinerator.
hopefully, but they have to prove that to me. Yeah, I'm gonna pass. Is this just? It's getting old, real fast, real
I
quick for
hope
me.
that, I'm sorry to interrupt. I hope that he actually renders these things himself, actually paints them himself, and doesn't just photo manipulate and then paint over. I wonder how a lot of these digital artists kind of do it sometimes, because I don't use Photoshop that way, at all. So it's kind of very photo manipulated to me, and especially these ones where it's straight on, and those are the ones that I think the most about that are oh, it looks a little too.
See, I would like to comment on the specifics and but the problem is it's digital, so I don't know what is him and what is the computer,
What's real?
the program. I don't know.
It's hard to tell where his art is coming through, right? Because it seems very. It's like this is totally. You don't need an artist. AI could do this.
I would love to see 6 of his pieces side by side by side by side. 6. If you put 6 of my pieces side by side, it's me. You know that because my pieces have a look, right? I mean, not just the Disney shit, because that's all Disney shit, But if you just put 6 of my pieces side by side, they all look like me. But I want to see a digital artist like this put 6 of their pieces side by side, 6 across 6 titles, and see if you can find them in it. Because, your hand has a way, like you're trained a way to do this sort of thing if you're a painter. Like if you put 6 Carla Cohens next to each other, you know that's her. And if you put, 6
It's
Lindsers
Perillos.
next to each other, you know who they are.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
But if he's using software, he could totally replicate the same thing over and over and over and
Yeah.
over, which he does. All his art looks exactly the same. It's just a different character.
like you notice how that hair, those ponytails don't even cross over her shoulders at all. Like they should. Like some hair should be on her shoulders.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
It's too clean.
Too perfect.
Ugh.
Yeah, the style is just not very.
Also, the freeze frame on this girl.
Yeah.
Freaking Alonzo.
I know. All right.
Next.
There, see? Much better now, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Moving on to the next one here. We have Vampirella Dracula Rage number 3.
I love that you didn't even let me talk about that one. You knew.
No, we knew what you were gonna say.
You knew. It's everything I hate about comics right now. Everything. The price, the fake limitation, the shitty digital, it's everything I hate about modern comics.
I know. Plus, you know what? Allie was in the
fuck.
background. I didn't want her to be like, Mike, why do you have to be so mean to this person?
I'm not being mean to Will Jack. He's making money.
Yeah, I mean, I have
Hey.
no problem with the man's hustle. It's just, you're tricking people.
But why are there so many suckers? You can literally get that shit for free on the internet. That's literally just porn, really.
I don't know. There's certain other
Well,
certain other artists that I've seen that I don't even understand how they get work. I mean, the only reason they get work is because they can render properly TNA. That's it.
Mr. Rob, you can ask that question till we all turn blue because, why are there subscribers to OF?
All right. So let's talk about this one right here, right? This is from Vampirella Dracula Rage number 3, Unknown Antihero 616 by Jay Ferguson, LE of 500, and it's going to cost you $20. So Mike, this is your chance would you buy it?
No, I don't hate it, but I don't love it either. I'm not really sure exactly why. There's some things about it that are amazing. I love the hands, and I know everyone, there are hands on this cover. I would say that usually, but in this particular
Color
case,
her eyes, though.
but in this particular case, the hands are pretty amazing. The face is fine. There's obviously that evil sort of like runny mascara kind of feel to it, but like some of the body things are weird. The shoulders feel way too wide to me. The boobs are way too round and like softball looking to me. I don't know. I want there to be a little bit more realism in the anatomy, I think, for covers like this. This is why I'm usually drawn to the Perillos and the Cohens and the Selenas, because even though they're unbelievably stunning women, there's at least some realism to them. This one loses that a little bit for me. But I will give it huge marks for the hands. I mean, the hands, I don't know. For those who've never tried to draw realistic hands, it's really hard.
Hands are difficult. Hands are
To do.
Difficult. Feet are
So for
difficult.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed with that part of this.
They're being squished, you heathen.
Yeah, but like one looks obscenely larger than the other. I mean,
Yeah, but look at the most famous boob squish Vampirella cover.
By
which is
Perillo,
an
right?
old Perillo. It's an old Perillo.
Oh, that's fantastic.
From the days when those Perillos are worth like a lot of money. They're the tough ones to find. Go back and look at that boob squish one, and that's an amazing cover. And that's clearly what Jay's trying to do here, but it just doesn't quite work.
is he a traditional artist all the time?
I don't know. I don't know this artist real well, so no, I'm not sure.
Because I mean, if he is, then this is fantastic, obviously. But she looks like a cosplayer with blood smear. I mean, that's kind of why I don't like it. Plus, I mean, it's another one of those zoomed in shots, and it's not like a full composition.
Right.
I mean, it's
Good
just
hair.
another.
I like the hair too.
Yeah, but it's just another vampy covered in blood. You know.
You're like, so done.
Yeah.
I like that. I actually like that you can see a little bit of the scalp there at the part, which is what you would see, which a lot of people don't do. I mean, they just skip that part, but that's nice and realistic. So there's some very great pieces to this cover.
I wonder if the collar is what's throwing off the perspective, the collar that she wears is throwing off the perspective because her hair is over it and under it.
Yeah.
Weird.
Okay. All right, Jeff.
They pretty much said it all. I'm even being more nitpicky. I even feel like the collar is too straight. It's too perfect across. The way she's kind of tilted her shoulders, it should be a little tilted with her. But yeah, I agree. There are certain parts of this that are just it's just throwing me off. And then there's parts of it that are like, wow, that's pretty fantastic. So I mean, he's almost there. Just probably would be a pass for me.
Oh, all right. Big Rob, you okay?
I'm fine. This idiots. It's the same as to me. The same as Will Jack. I don't know where the artist ends and the program begins, and that's the problem I always have with a lot of times with store exclusives is a lot of the covers are usually very heavily digital, and I can't really appreciate it as well as something that looks more naturally drawn because I can't tell where the computers because I know a lot of the software and I can't tell where the software starts and the artist ends. I'm like, it's great software art. It's really he knows how to master the drop downs. That's really well mastered. But
that was my question at the beginning: is he a traditional artist or is he a digital artist with like where he has a photo reference and then he just paints over it? You know, I mean, there's painting over it and then there's manipulation too. You know, so I agree with you.
yeah, you could do crazy shit on Illustrator or Photoshop or Adobe After Effects, whatever, and do crazy stuff with the filters and the layering and compositing and all that stuff. But yeah, it's good art. It's just I don't know. I can't really appreciate it.
One second, Dale. Bring up. Do you mind, Alonzo, bringing up a picture of Vampirella 19 from 2012?
1 second. I'll do that right now. Vampirella 19?
Yes, Vampirella 19 from 2012.
The Rolodex and Mike's head is.
He was like, I know there's a Boob Squish photo out there somewhere.
Well, and you will see that this is basically homaging that.
Oh.
Which happens a lot nowadays. They homage covers from 10 years ago, right? So.
Yeah, but I mean,
is it by Perillo?
Perillo.
And it's a Vampirella 19?
Vampirella 19, 2012.
Oh, but like a lot of the poses for Vampirella are basically the same.
Yeah.
It's rare, but
I can't even find a
JPEG.
I'm looking. Oh, there it is. All right, I found it. Here we go. Can I bring it over?
Oh yeah, totally.
The boob squish.
The colors too. The filters on it. It's very similar.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, you're right. This is like they're trying to homage it.
You just twisted the head though.
Yep.
Huh.
Only I like that better.
Yep.
Well, yeah. I mean, that covers like a $300
because it's an actual painting and exists somewhere in the real world.
In 9.8, it's a $300.
Yes. Do you see this, Mike? From 78.
There's no articulation there, sir.
That's right. It's burned in his memory.
Yeah, dude probably typed in, Perillo cover 19 in the AI, and it spit out.
Yeah, here it is too. All right. Moving on to the next one here. We have Something is Killing the Children, number 34 by Lobos. And you can find an unknown anti-hero 616, LE of 500, cost of I have no clue. All right, Trish, what are your thoughts on this one?
I love her hair. I mean, I like how it's rendered. Lobos always does that hair that's kind of like, it reminds me a bit of Adam Hughes, like how he does it.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I mean, I don't know what's going on here. I don't know about this eyeball monster in her guts, but that looks wild. This is about the wildest looking Something is Killing cover I've ever seen.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure about the pose of the, obviously the legs, but like, I don't know what's going on here. So, I mean, Lobos, we love a Lobos. Obviously it's a swimming pool that she's located at. because that looks like the railings that go down into the pool, like the handle. And then the no diving sign gives it away. But I have no idea what's happening here.
Okay. What about you, Mike?
Yeah, I like a lot of things about it. I love the hair. It's fun. I just like the way Lobos
There we go.
does line work on certain things. Again, the hands in this particular case
thank you,
are very
Chris.
cool. I guess I'm into hands tonight. I don't know. We make all kinds of jokes about it, but I like that there's some environment. It's clear, you know, that there's a setting going on here. I like that it's clearly a scene from the book, which is also cool. I'm sick of there being no story on covers anymore. Trish and I have talked about this a lot. I want somebody to be telling me something. I don't just want Power Girl floating in the clouds anymore. Like, you need to give me more than that. And I think this one does. It's also really tough to have a unique Something is Killing the Children cover. And I think this one also does that.
The zoomed in version of this would look really weird.
I'm also just kind of, I think he's really found a really nice spot for himself. And I'm like, I think we all are. We're all just kind of rooting for all of his covers to be good because we like him, we like his work, and in this case, I think he does it great justice. This almost makes me want to start reading the book again. Like, it's that good of a cover.
All right, Big Rob.
I'm a big Lobos homer. I love his shit. Everything about it is great. The way they do the hair, the body, the line work, coloring, the lighting, the positioning of the character, the layering, everything's great. I personally just hate that they went with the story this way. I hate the stupid eye in the middle of the chest thing. I hated it from the beginning. I never liked it. It's one of the reasons I probably dropped the book. I thought the story jumped the shark personally. So I stopped like at 29 or 30, I can remember. And so that pisses me off seeing that. That's not Lobos' fault. That's just part of the story. That's part of the aesthetic of the character. But the art itself is great. You can do it's Lobos. It's like Artrum. It's even the shitty Lobos is still pretty fucking good. So
It's true. I say that kind of thing in Cover Fire every week. I'm like, well, it's not the greatest Hughes in the world, but it's still Hughes, which is still better than 99% of the other covers this week.
pretty much.
How about you, Jeff?
You're on mute, bro.
You're on mute, Jeff.
You're on mute, sir.
I forgot. Thank you. At first, it was giving me that old 90s kind of Carnage, Mark Bagley kind of time, I think, kind of vibes. Just the hair, the hands, the claws. But I mean, this is actually a Lobos that I like. I actually don't like him as much just recently, but that's just me. But this is good. I like it. It's a full cover. It's not just this character and then a black background with blood splatter.
Or just like an ultra zoom in of the face just above or just below the nose.
Yeah.
With, blood splatter.
It's so lazy. Yeah. I'm glad.
Although, could you imagine an ultra zoom in on this one? Holy F.
At least it's more dynamic than the other one where they're just sitting there staring at the cover.
Yep.
That's the truth.
Yep.
It's not just like a straight on of the Something is Killing the mask thing.
Yep.
Boy.
Hey, Alonzo.
Happy anniversary.
There you go.
Thanks, Leslie.
Oh my God, has it been a year?
It has.
Whoa, dude.
For
Happy
the
anniversary.
show?
Oh, his marriage, dude.
Oh,
Oh, I was going to say. Yeah, wait, what are you doing here?
This one.
I'm doing the show.
What are you doing here? What are you doing here?
I just watched the skin off.
She must be busy.
Yeah, that one day he comes in, right? On his
know.
anniversary.
Shame on. Oh yeah. Okay.
All
All right, moving on. We got I have no idea what issue this is going to be for Star Wars. This is
Doesn't matter.
JTC.
Yeah, it
I
doesn't
know.
matter.
What LE? We have no idea. Cost, no idea. But you can find this on JTC's website. So we have Darth Maul here with his nice little color splash. Trish, what are your thoughts on this one? Would you be buying?
No. It's just another Darth Maul cover. Like, You've seen one, you've seen 800 of them. They always do this kind of fake negative space thing. Unless it's a photo. But he always looks like this. So, like, there's not much you can do with it.
All right, Mike?
I mean, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with it, but I'm over the whole negative space thing unless it's done in a new kind of creative way. And this just isn't. This is just another in a long line of his exclusives. So it's not, there's nothing bad about it. And I applaud him for, sort of creating the market for it. But I think it's time to move on to a new gimmick.
But whenever we see Darth Maul, though, he looks exactly like this.
Yeah.
Or he has like a cloak. I mean, like, okay. But it's still his face straight on. Nothing dynamic about him at all.
Right. Agreed. Yeah. I mean, also, even if the cover's not a negative space cover, his just body tattoos just make it that way anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So, to accentuate that in this case is almost a little lazy, but I mean, at the end of the day, I know that he makes money off these. I know that people collect them all, kind of a thing, but at some point you have to find that there's fatigue over this stuff. It's like the action figure covers. Like, geez, man, like how many of those are there? I was collecting them all at first, and then I'm like, this is ridiculous. Well, what am I doing at like 50, 60, 70 of these things and take up a whole long box? I don't know. I find that I'm tired of the same tropes over and over and over again. And this one is right there with it. It's not a bad cover. And if it's usually off of his website, they're priced decently. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I guess he's not really trying to gouge his fans, but at the end of the day, this is a pass for me.
Okay. Big Rob?
Yeah, we all know this shit's gonna fucking sell out.
I didn't say it wouldn't sell out. I just
cue the animation where you see Big Rob turn into a sucker, a lollipop.
Like, I'm buying it.
John Todd Christopher, negative variant Darth Maul. He hasn't done it. He's going to do all 1,000 characters of Star Wars eventually, and we'll be there for every one of them. That's what we're going to be doing. So I know probably Lance's going to buy 20 of them, and Jeff will buy a couple, and and that's how we do it. So Darth Maul with a red background, winner.
I mean,
chicken dinner.
I didn't say there wasn't a market for it. I just said I'm kind of tired of it. But
they do. They all sell out, every single one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Good for them.
Where's my Ewoks? Goddammit!
Right? Where's my Ewoks?
Yeah, wait till they get you with the Ewoks.
If he does an Ugnaught, I'll buy that.
I'm sure he'll do
that.
Can I
get a negative space Ewoks cover?
I want Wicked. I want the Chief. I want the Medicine Doctor. I want them all. Oh, Trish, yeah. That's mine.
Trish, you need. So that the cover that you drew for Ewoks needs to be a cover somehow. I don't know how we're going to do it, but eventually that thing that you did, that is.
I think I'd probably have to commission Marvel to actually print it for me, and actually buy 3,000 copies of the damn thing, and never get rid of them at all. They'll just stay here.
God, it's so good though, man.
Maybe
you get permission to make prints.
What a missed. I know. What a missed opportunity, though, to not even touch on that nostalgia. They would have sold it anyway.
So Jeff, are you buying this?
Yeah, he just put up the animation. Turning into a sucker.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay. So I've been passing on a bunch of JTCs recently, but this gets me. I love Darth Maul. I do have one issue with the art actually itself. The right arm is perspectively it's a little small. So I that's my only issue with it. I mean, obviously, other than it's a negative space that he's been doing forever. So, but yeah, I'm the sucker. I'm gonna get probably
20, just like Alonzo.
Not 20, not like Alonzo. I'm not Alonzo. Nowhere close to Alonzo.
Part of the cure is realizing you have a problem, though.
He's only got 9.8s, and
I was like, I'm not getting any more since the Luke one, and now I'm here again.
Yep. All right. What about this one here? David
I already know.
Nakayama. We have Wolverine number 38, Hellfire Gala covers. You can find them an Unknown, Antihero 616, LE Who Knows, cost $40 for the pair. Trish?
I like the colors.
Yeah.
I mean,
That sounded like she was just trying to find something nice to say.
I feel like I've been hating a lot, and like, you know, what is she drink? Is she drinking a bit pumpkin spice latte?
She might
she
be. She might
Come
course.
on, how basic, girl. Come on.
It's the fourth quarter.
But yeah, no. I mean, you guys have done it again and again. We don't like the Hellfire magazine.
Bless you.
All that text and stuff on it, like it's kind of whatever. And I mean, it just looks a mess with the text and all on it like that. I do like that they moved Nakayama's signature up, you know, and away from some of the text, but it still looks like, you know, part of it. And yeah, I don't know. Yeah, meh.
Man.
I agree with Apollo. Next.
All right, Mike.
Yeah, you already know what I'm going to say about this. I'm honestly, I was going to say.
I want to hear it. I want to hear it again.
I was going to say the same thing Trish said. I like the colors. I'm a sucker for green covers, especially her original X-Men cover 50. Is it 50? Which is incredible.
I think so, yeah.
It's a Steranko cover, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Great cover. But come on, with the damn magazine cover thing, like here we go again with the same thing over again. It's so cluttered and obnoxious, and I don't mind the work so much. Nakayama can do a great cover, obviously, but in this particular case, there's some really weird things going on. She's super shiny. She's got like masterpiece RC boobs. For those that collect those, they know what I'm talking about. Like her boobs are way too low.
That right arm looks funky too.
Obviously everything's exaggerated here, and I get that. Like I understand that that's part of the art, and that's his style. But at the same time, I don't know. It's not his best work. So as a virgin, I don't care for it. And I certainly don't care for it with all that other crap all over. How many different things are on that cover? God almighty. I mean, why even bother putting art behind it? It's all text. It looks terrible. It's tired. It's a worn out, beaten up horse at this point.
All right. Jeff?
I will say the shine. Am I muted again? Okay, thank goodness. The shine looks different. Like there's different material. It looks like the legs is wearing leather, and like the lighter green stuff looks like it's rubber. So yeah, it looks different. I don't know if he did it on purpose or not. I mean, I like the art. Is nothing wrong with the art at all. Not to me. I dig it, but the whole book thing and all the wording that just totally takes away from his art, and I have no idea why that ugly Wolverine trade dress is on there too. It's terrible.
Is that what the actual book is?
Is it on a Wolverine 38?
It is on a Wolverine 38.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So you got 2 trade dresses on this thing?
Basically.
800 trade dresses on this
now,
thing?
if it had been Wolverine posed like this with a pumpkin spice latte,
I'd buy that.
Real.
I would buy that.
I would actually buy that.
I would buy that.
I think so. You know what? I think that would be a winner. I wouldn't doubt that.
I would buy that. I would even buy an extra because I know it would be worth it.
And you know why it works too? Because you could put his brown and orange suit on.
Yeah, exactly. or go old school Trimpy with the whiskers.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Big Rob, you want a piece of this, or you good?
Yeah, I also comment that somehow Marvel found a way to make the magazine covers even worse with that trade dress in the bottom. That's just amazing. The Virgin I think is not bad. My question is like does artists ever feel like they're damaging their brand when they're hitting a certain point way too many times, like David is at this point? Because
I feel like that. I mean, we did all those homages, and think about that. I mean, like, we became the homage people for a while. Then nobody continued to buy this stuff later because we've done it so much, and they're just like, oh, it's just another one of those, you know?
Yeah,
I mean,
but that's a different case though, because that book was being touted as like a classic horror, but with animals, like Psycho, but with dogs, kind of a thing. And so, I think because that naturally happened in the market, then people thought of those horror homages as a natural progression of the book. What the fuck is this? Like, this has nothing to do. I have no idea what this has to do with Wolverine, and I don't care.
well, to me, I think it's just another gimmick.
I cared about Stray Dogs first. We all did, and then that's the reason why we wanted the horror covers. It was like it was a chicken before the egg thing. In this case, it's just like you can't give me the egg too at the same time. I don't care. I don't want it. Like I'm not invested in it. I need to be invested first, and then I'll want the thing. Make me have to have the thing. Don't try to push it on me like bad drugs or some shit like that. Like,
don't try to push it on me.
This is for all the people who already bought all these. They're like, well, shit, I guess I got to buy this one now because I bought all the other ones. Like that's a crappy way to sell merchandise, I think.
But like for Trish, it was different covers, really. I feel like David is like literally rubber stamping these covers.
Well, I was going to say, like, for me, these feel like just another gimmick, you know? It's just like another, like, this is his thing, just like the negative space ones were his thing for a while, and then, you know, it's just one gimmick to the next gimmick. They'll do, this will wear off, and then there'll be another thing.
I get it. It's, you know, as I would imagine as an artist, especially in the comic book world, unless you're one of the top artists, you have to work your way up and get there to get at least make a living wage off of it. And once you've got the gimmick, I mean, you're asking yourself, do I want to go backwards and or try something different? I get it. It's a very tender kind of like balance you have to keep, right? And so I don't blame him. I wish.
No, I don't blame him either.
Yeah,
I wish someone would say.
I don't blame JTC. I don't blame JTC for the negative space and the action figures, and I don't blame Scotty Young for his baby covers. Like I get that they sell books to a certain group of people, but David is really talented, and I want to see a cover like that Wednesday Addams cover that he did. Like I want that level again of David Nakayama, and I feel like he's getting bogged down with this stuff, and he's not able to do that stuff. I want to see him use his artistry. I mean, Trish, you talk about this all the time. When you were super busy there for a while, you're like, I don't know that, you know, that I'm really getting a chance to put myself into these covers, and you found ways. You know, we talked about it a lot. I know specifically with that Hades cover. That now we can talk about because it's been released.
Yeah.
But like you needed to find a way to make your mark on that cover, and you did. And I think that these artists, especially someone like David, who's really, really talented, I'm sure it frustrates him to not be able to do that. I would assume it does, like any of these guys. They need to make the money, and they're going to take these jobs every time, because why wouldn't you?
Gotta get that bag.
You got to pay the bills, man.
All right. Moving on to, I think this might be the last one. We have A Haunted Girl #1 from Bird City Comics by Daniel Camarudin. Hopefully I said that right. Big Rob, you want to help me with this one? Make him sound Italian, please.
Camarudin? Or Classic Valley Girl, Camarudin.
I love it. LE of 500, cost of $20. Trish?
I don't know what this is about. This doesn't tell me anything. I mean, I like the piece. It's a good piece. And, hopefully this sells the book for them. I don't know what the publisher is. I don't know where this is coming from. I hope that
Come on, Rudin.
I hope that I mean, it definitely looks like a haunted girl, but it kind of looks like a covered up Vampirella cover to me.
Okay. Mike?
I like the sort of mysticism going on and the kind of the flow of it. There's some really cool details when you zoom in that I didn't notice when I was just looking at sort of thumbnail version. It's a little too anime for me, style wise, but that's okay. I think the art's really well done. I kind of wish the background weren't all blurred out. But overall, it's an effective cover. I think it's compelling. I'm interested in the book as a result. So that makes it a good cover right off the bat. Great limitation, good price for that low of a print run. If the book hits, I think it's a good, not great.
Okay.
I'm gonna assume it's an image book by that LE.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. What about you, Big Rob? You buying?
No, it's not my taste, but I appreciate it. I think it's really good art. Two things can pop to my head when I saw this art. I think of Silent Hill, the video game, and I think of Asian horror. That's where they're going. That's when you say it looks very anime for you. So I think it was on purpose.
Sure,
so,
I'm sure it does. Yeah, that's just not my gig. That's
cup of tea. Yeah, like for me, it's not for me neither. But I think for $20, this is probably going to. I don't know if it'll sell out, but it'll definitely sell well. Haunted Girl. I don't know who knows what it is about, but obviously this is a ghost, but we'll find out. So the art is beautifully done. It's beautifully the composite, the coloring, the lighting, all that. Perfect.
Okay. Jeff?
Big Rob kind of said it all. It gives me that old Asian mythology horror kind of vibe. He looks like he's either like Thai or Laos or Cambodian, so it could be that kind of. It feels like he's giving that vibe. So, I mean, is he Pinoy? I don't know.
Maybe.
He's probably mixed.
It has the vibe of like a really good interior monstrous art, which is also a similar feel. Sana Takai, is that the artist?
It looks like modern PS5 art.
Really. He's a fantasy anime artist. See, that makes absolute sense.
There you go.
I feel like there should be a Final Fantasy logo somewhere. He's Malaysian. Like, that's what I'm getting at.
I was close. Close.
You just went to every country in the damn peninsula there.
There you go.
You know what? And they all
you got it right. You just named the entire.
I guarantee there's a guy who looks like that in every one of those countries.
Yeah, there's always.
They were like, "Yeah, I know that guy."
But
right.
For me,
it's me.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Jeff. Finish.
Sorry,
up.
just for me, the blurriness in the background, I don't mind because of the whole mysticism part of it. Like it looks like it's swirling around the room, so that I dig it.
I just noticed that that's an eyeball back there.
Oh yeah. Huh?
That's an eye, and it's a lower lid.
Oh crap! That's even freakier.
And she doesn't have any legs. She's a ghost.
Also, very Raise the Lost Ark.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay, that's not freaky enough, but wow.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, like that adds a depth to it. I mean, I really couldn't see it at first, but then I kind of was looking at it, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Blood vessels.
Yeah, looks like blood vessels. This has definitely reached a new level of creep.
Yeah, this is a book for Steve.
Yep, Steve will be all over it. All right, guys, we have made it through the store exclusives for this week. So again, thank you for all the commentary and for making and enjoying the ride with us.
Look at all those beautiful covers.
Yes.
Look at all that madness.
I got quite a few of those.
How many of these do I have? Let me count them.
Again, Trish,
I have all of them.
Oh my God.
Whoa. What is that Red Sonja?
I'm not jealous.
Oh,
Jeez.
You don't have that Red Sonja?
No.
I do.
Me and Tony collabed on a couple of these where there was dogs, and
Ash
I drew
as
all
well.
the dogs, and he drew the Red Sonja.
What the hell? How do I not have that?
I'll find a copy. I'm pretty sure I could get you a copy.
Ooh. There's one with Ash as well.
There's a freaking metal cover of that around. I signed one of those, and I was like, where do I get the metal version?
There's a metal version?
Yeah, there's a metal version. And the
There's also
Vampirella was
Vampy-
funny because they used the low res version when they printed it, so the printing looks really pixelated.
There's Little Mermaid in
They do that a lot on Dynamite books. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
we frowned really hard when we saw that. But yeah, the Evil Dead version is really cool too.
Yes.
We did 3 covers. We did a Vampirella, Red Sonja, and so I can officially say I did a Red Sonja cover. I just didn't draw Sonja. But
Did you squish the boobs?
yeah, I didn't squish her. She's she's more conservatively clothed than usual.
Nah.
The Vampy looks cool. I like that Vampy cover though. The demon dog was my favorite part of it. And my tombstone is also on that cover. Like my tombstone. And Tony.
I don't know
Both
which
got
one's my favorite. I think I love the hot stuff homage so much.
And the Dark Rides, and I mean, Dark Rides like got to be like one of my favorite books this year. So
I'm really gonna pick that one. Little Mermaid.
Yeah, you like the Little Mermaid one
And the tiger one.
and the tiger one. Well, that's Scar. That's the bad guy from.
yeah, that's Scar.
You really like that one though, right?
I know, but I really
'Cause well, guess what's fun? You know what? You're in luck because I already have them.
because other kids will be
Yeah.
so
Got Dark
I
Ride.
have about half
That's all
of
over
those.
the
Oh,
place.
so good.
I have the Mario Kart one.
Yeah.
I want that
Like-
one.
You don't have to want it because we have it.
You already got
But
it.
yeah, I mean, that's,
What do you have next? What do you have upcoming? I mean, this
Oh,
is some of the stuff
man.
you've done in the past. So
let's
what do
see.
you got coming on?
I'm working on a book that we're gonna put out next year called Feral, and it's in the vein of Stray Dogs. I like to call it. The Aristocats meets The Walking Dead.
Okay.
It's scarier to me than Stray Dogs.
Wow.
So, like, to me, like the story
Can't wait.
itself right now is progressing nicely, and you'll see it as it goes. But like the artwork is more intense, like the character work and everything is more intense than it was in Stray Dogs. It's a lot more action, a lot more running, a lot more in your face, kind of like
Daddy.
gore and stuff that I'm not used to drawing. So, it looks cool though. And I think everybody's going to love it. It's different to me in that, I think a lot of people are going to be like, "Oh my god, Trish drew this? Holy crap." Like the hell. The colors are great. We're really expanding like our color palette using some wilder colors. I can't wait to show like just some preview pages, but we're about 3 issues in. We're going to try and get 5 of them done before we solicit. So look for solicitation probably earlier next year and probably come out in like April.
April. And again, the title of the book is going to be Feral.
It'll be called Feral. And
Cool.
it's crazy. So we're going to do like the covers same as like Stray Dogs, where we've got like a cover A and then the horror cover for the cover B. And I'm designing new characters. I'm drawing every species of critter. Like, I'm designing everything all the time. So, like, I think everybody will enjoy it. I hope everybody enjoys it the way that, I think, But I think in Stray Dogs, we thought that those characters were all the characters are so innocent. Like, don't hurt the puppies.
Yeah.
We don't treat these poor cats this way.
And what publishing company is going to be going through?
It'll be Image.
Image
Same-
again?
Yeah,
Perfect.
Image again.
Very cool.
It's the same crew from Stray Dogs. Everybody who was on Stray Dogs is on this book.
Oh, nice.
Even our graphic designer, all the way down to, Brad, Tone, me, Tony, our graphic designer. We have an editor, So I mean, like we're trying to go all in. We're planning it to be ongoing. So, love it. Buy it a lot when it comes out.
It is the thing I am looking. I haven't looked forward to a book that much. I ask you about it weekly. When are we going to see it? When are we going to see it?
I know I show you like panels from time to time.
Yeah, I've probably seen more of it than anybody. But,
yeah, and
that's why
so
I can't wait.
I sincerely hope like the Disney stuff is great, and I've got more of that coming. You'll see more of it over time here. I think into the first of the year or whatever, probably into like even the middle of next year. I've got Disney covers coming out all the time. Those are great. I love them, and I don't want to stop doing them. But Feral, man, I'm pouring every ounce of free time I have into it.
So
awesome.
why do you hate me, Ronnie?
Oh, he hates you because you got to see all.
Oh, because you got to see. Yeah, because you got.
Oh,
to see
because I've gotten to see. Yeah,
Yes.
but I'm the best secret keeper in this whole hobby. I would never
And
share.
Ronnie wants a
That's
one-on-one.
why I'm keeping a certain secret too. So
Ooh.
There you go. See, Ronnie's all over it. He totally wants this book.
so's Lucy. It's right up
Yeah.
Lucy's alley. She'll love it.
Oh yeah.
Can't wait. Really
Oh yeah,
can't wait.
she's all about it. She's like, yes, it sounds like fun. It'll be great. All right. Thank you for that, Trish. Mike, and where can we find you?
As always, you can find me on Tuesday, late morning, early afternoon, Cover Fire. It is the antithesis to this podcast where I talk about non-exclusive, non-incentive covers that are my favorites for the week. This week is a banger of a week, and I can't wait to reveal that one. Cover Tunes, as we know, is on hiatus. I know a couple of you are asking to have it come back, but it's just at the moment it's on a break. But there are 210 back issues of it to go back and read. Plenty of great material that I've worked really hard on. It's sort of my interior, I don't know, soundtrack to comics. My my favorite stuff that I think is under the radar or undervalued or underappreciated. Lots of Linsner in there, by the way. But you can find that on CBSI. That's comicbookinvest.com. And there's tons of great content over there from lots of great writers who put in a lot of time for free to give you, the sort of their love affair for comics. So go check stuff out over there and drop a comment. We love to get comments, and we love to chat with you guys in the comment section. So please don't be shy.
I will.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, all of you guys, for making it through and for providing all this feedback. Love it. Before we let everybody go, really quick, shout out to our sponsors. Cover Price. Don't forget to use Nerdvana 14 for 30 days of unlimited cover price for only 99 cents. And same thing with Bird City Comics, another one of our sponsors. Use TNH10 to save yourself 10% over at on your entire purchase at Bird City Comics. And then our friend Sean over at DisplayGeek.com. Don't forget to use Team Nerd Herd to save yourself 10% off your very first purchase. All right.
Ronnie says bye, Dale. Say bye.
Bye.
All right, Mike, can you do me a favor? Give us a disclaimer.
I think Trish should give the disclaimer since she created it.
Oh, did she now? Oh, Trish, please.
Yeah, that was on my first show. No artists were harmed in the making of this podcast.
I love it. Thank you. All right, and Jeff, can you please take us out?
Just a little bit.
Yeah. Don't forget, we've got shows all week on Nerdvana, so go check them out. And if you want to do it right, collect what you like, cover horse for life. Peace out.
Thank you.